And then where this education will be used, maybe they may use in a destructive way.
Yes,
So
true.
by giving a Buddhist education, at least they will not use the education for the destructive purpose, and instead they will use to make some difference in the poor and needy people in the world.
Yes. So I still wonder, how do you finance this monastery?
Yeah.
Because there is a lot
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
and a lot of students
Yeah.
here.
So by explaining that this monastery project is a multi-purpose project,
Yes.
and some of my Western friends are so moved by our caring and educating those people who really need education and care and everything. So because of this support. And the most important thing is now I think people started realizing that I think to create a good human being is in the future for the world. I think that is very important. In this way they also say that this is a seat of peace and this is a seat of loving kindness, and so in this way they do support. And then if you don't find any support from the West, and then I think there's no other sources. And then I think the education of the monks, and then also reviving Buddhist tradition. And then after education, they go back to remote village to make some difference. I think everything will be not possible. So in this way, I think up to now, most of my friends whom I know for many years, they really know the importance of this project. So in this way, they do support because of their support. And then monastery is running. I don't know quite well. Or,
Yes. You are doing a very good job. But so if I understand it clearly, the funding for this monastery is 100% depending on the West, and it includes not only the education but also food, medicine, the possibility to sleep and
yes, yeah. So we have to provide everything. We have to because their parents can't pay anything because they are very poor.
Yes.
And then we don't have other sources, and then so we have to look after their clothing and their beds and their room and food and even the toiletry items. Okay, everything we have to, and then we have to really give a good education. For that we really need a good teacher. So teacher's salary and everything we have to give. So in this way we really need a support.
Yes.
Otherwise these displaced children or poor children will never get a good education.
Yes. Okay. So I still wonder, how do you select your programs? Because you have so many projects going on. On which base do you select them?
Actually, I think I don't select, but I just visit the villages. Okay, whatever village come across. Okay, and then I just start from there. For example, like now we are building a school in Nepal.
Yes.
And that village, when we were going for a pilgrimage,
Yes.
and then when we were returning from pilgrimage, we saw like 12 to 15 children just on the road. We just give some biscuits and left over, and then we ask some question, why you are not going to the school, do you go to the school, where's your parents and what you are doing, and then we learned that these children, they have to stay at home because they have to look after the young ones. When the parents go for earning some bread, and then small children can't go to the school because school is very far, and elders can't go to the school because they have to look after the young ones, and sometimes parents can't go for work because they have 2 or 3 children at home. So in this way, then we just thought, okay, this, and then their clothing, food are very poor. And then we just thought with my Swedish sister called Karen Sutherland, I just asked her, oh, what you think about starting a small day school here? So that the small children below 7 years old and above 3 years old can bring to this day school, and we give education plus we give a simple lunch, so that all the children can go to the school, and parents can go freely to work. They drop the children in the morning, and then when they finish the work, they come and collect the children. And then that is one thing. Another thing is why I wanted to start a school in the village is that I don't want to separate the children from the parents. I think I prefer to keep the children and parents connected. So this way, this is just we met there. And then our project in Ratankot village in Nepal. Again, one day our friend Karma and we met few times. And then one day he said, okay, oh Gishla, if you agree, we have a small temple in our village and then we have a huge land, so we wanted to offer this temple and some land. And then I said, okay, no, I don't want any temple or land, but at least that one day I will visit your village.
Yes.
And then we visited with some Swedish friend and also some other Israeli friends, and now you also visited.
Yes.
And we visited. Knowledge is so poor, and facility is very poor. And their devotion to Buddhism is so strong, so strong. And then in this way, and then we started thinking of how best we can contribute. And there are a few areas in that village. One is health. One is related with their to improve the quality of their life standard, the living standard. Another thing is they really need a spiritual teaching. So these three are the main area. And then also the young ones has to get a good education. So in this way, and then I thought, okay, I didn't slack, but we just instantly met, and then we went there, and then we just said, okay, now we will do something in this village. So now we just finished the construction of the bridge, broken bridge, and now we are just trying to build a community hall where we can give health education, environmental education, and then we can invite some expert in agriculture, expert in some cheese making or honey or whatever, okay. We just invite and just try to educate the villagers so that their living will be improved, and then their perspective of seeing everything will be widened, and then their children will have a better future. So in this way now we are planning to make this Ratankot as an example village in Nepal, and then slowly if they become very successful, then they can help other villages to grow slowly. And this is in Nepal. Of course, in Nepal mainly I have three projects: monastery, Ratankot project, and school project. Okay, and also I'm involved in a school which is run by my friend from Switzerland, and so her name is Malis Konfeld. She is running a very nice school for the orphanage and displaced children. So I'm also one of the members of the board, trustee member, and we are supporting to each other. So I'm also involved in that project. So